I'm sure everybody remembers a little over a year ago when Republicans were telling us, Tucker Carlson was telling us all the time, and you even had some people on the, super far left that actually went so far left they ended up on the right, telling us that Donald Trump was the peace candidate. Donald Trump is a guy that's not going to launch any new wars. Those Democrats will launch wars. Other Republicans will launch new wars and kill people across the globe, but not Trump. Trump, in his heart of hearts, just wants peace. He's not going to fight anybody. He's America first. And this week it was revealed that the Department of Defense, not the Department of War, I'm not going to call it that, they're actually training ground troops right now to prepare for an invasion of Mexico. You heard that right, folks. Let me read this. Personnel who would be involved in the operations from the Pentagon's Joint Special Operations Command and the Central Intelligence Agency are already in the early stages of training for the missions, which two current U.S. officials described as not imminent. The officials also said that there are ongoing discussions within the administration on the size and scope of the missions, and no final decision has been made as to whether to authorize any of the planned operations, but if they get a green light, the JSOC personnel would operate under Title 50 of the United States Code, which provides a legal framework for covert intelligence operations. If authorized, the planned missions would represent a significant escalation in Trump's ongoing series of attacks against, he has claimed to be drug cartel operations, which include at least 15 strikes against alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean and Western Pacific. Now, Trump, of course, has described these so-called cartels as unlawful combatants who are also part of non-state armed groups, and they constitute an armed attack against the United States, and we are now engaged in a, quote, non-international armed conflict or war with a non-state actor. So let me sum all that up for you. There's a lot of words, a lot of quotes I just read, but we're going to go to war in Mexico. And we're not going to go to war with Mexico, but we're going to go to war in Mexico. We are going to invade our closest geographical neighbor. I mean, other than Canada, obviously, but you know what I mean. We're going to invade our own southern border without approval or authorization of any kind from the government of Mexico. Our troops are being trained. We will be sending them in to go to war against these alleged cartels for selling a product that Americans are buying. Granted, they're buying it illegally, but kind of seems like an us problem, right? Like, they're not just going out and injecting people with their drugs. The people are making the choice to do that. The people in the United States are making a choice to do that. And we're going to go attack a foreign country for choices that our own citizens are making? And again, they're illegal choices. I'm not defending that. But what I am saying is that maybe, just maybe, hear me out on this, suppose we didn't just launch a war in Mexico, right? And instead we took that money, instead of training troops, we trained counselors and drug rehab specialists. And we invested that money in the United States to actually get people off drugs. I don't know. It's a crazy idea I have, right? But if you want to destroy the cartels, you don't do it with bullets and bombs. You do it by getting rid of their clients, right? That's how you take down a business. And that's what the cartels are. They're not enemy combatants. It is a business for them. So destroy the business. Because if you go out there and you slaughter half the cartels, they're going to recruit other people. They're going to keep growing. Why do you think the war on terror didn't work? The war on terror actually just created more terrorists because they saw how disgusting and bloodthirsty the United States was. This is no different. We're fighting an abstract concept rather than a defined real group of people. And it's a group of people that will continue to grow the more we do this to them. So instead, get rid of the clients. Work on rehab. Invest in new facilities to get people the treatment to get them off of drugs. I don't know. Wild concept, I know, but we do it that way. We're definitely not going to have any kind of international war crimes committed by the U.S. government when they invade a sovereign nation.